everyone. Oh, God, it's great to be here today. I have a very, very special guest with me today. I've got Tonya Reeves, Australia's psychic cowgirl, on with me today. So how are you, Tonya?
Really good. So rapt to be here, Michelle. Thank you so much for inviting me along.
You're welcome. We've had a bit of a funny story getting on here today, haven't we?
You have to share it. It's awesome.
I will. So my laptop, guys, that I normally use for Skype to do this is somehow my husband thought he was fixing it, but he deleted Skype. And so I got a new desktop, and I tried to install it on there, and it's not on there either. So I've had to try and get it all set up on my little Skype thing on my little iPad. So I'm coming to you from my iPad today, and Tonya has also had a funny little journey with no sound, getting settings, and it's just been really a fiasco, hasn't it? What's been
hilarious
with it?
We've had our laugh of the day.
Oh, haven't we? You know, so you had no sound in your settings, and
yes. I was trying to do sign language, but I'm not good.
No, but anyway, we're here now, aren't we?
Yeah. We are.
So I first met you, 3 years ago now, isn't it?
It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think next month.
Yeah, the end of this month, I think it was. It was at one of Lisa Williams' workshops we met, didn't we? And,
yes.
She chose both of us to do the platform with her at her show, didn't she? You know?
Yes. Yeah.
And she threw me in the deep end. I had never done live platform before, and she's like got me out there on stage all by myself doing the platform. And you're backstage, and you were helping out and everything. It was great, wasn't it? We had so much fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. She's such an amazing teacher. Highly recommend her to anyone.
Absolutely, yeah. Look, that was I did not go along expecting her to pick me that day to do platform with her, and I was stage fright. I was shocked. I couldn't function there on the stage in front of all those hundreds of people.
I know, that was amazing, and you did amazing.
Yeah, so did you. I've still got photos of you backstage with Lisa. Have I given them to you? I'll have to.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to catch up with that. Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
Yeah.
So I got the easy bit doing the intro. That was easy.
Yeah, you rocked it though. You're out there on stage with her, and it was all really cool. You've done a good job.
Thank you.
So, what's your journey been like since then?
Pretty much been saying yes to everything. I made a commitment after doing Lisa's and, you know, working with her. I decided that if something comes my way, I get offers to do work in any areas, that I would do it. And it was amazing how things transpired. My first platform event, for example, was through a mutual friend who also was at Lisa's workshop, Maya, who's got an amazing business with the doTERRA oils. And she actually rang me by mistake or actually texted me by mistake and said, do you want to do platform? And I was like, are you seriously, you want me to do platform? And she's like, whoops, you know, I sent it to the wrong person. And I went, and so I was laughing, and I think I messaged back and said, bring it on, no worries, like as a bit of a joke. And she's like, no, I'd love you to do it actually. And I went, oh, okay, Spirit orchestrated that. So that was my first platform event, and it was absolutely fantastic. She held an amazing space, and it was wonderful in front of a large group of women, and it was great. And so from there, I pretty much then it's continued on. Met the lovely Geordie James, who, you know, now we do a few platform events together, and I'm really looking forward to jumping on board with some of your expos that you've got coming up in the country areas. That's my passion, is hence my hat is I love rural regional areas, and I really think bringing readings and mediumship to the country areas that don't they don't have that opportunity. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm getting these started. I did do Denali's Harmony Festival back in 2008, 9 and 10. And Denali has a population of 800 people. It's a very little town. It's the best place I've ever lived. Loved living there. But I got 2,000 people to come to the Harmony Festival in a little town. Couldn't believe it. They sold
That'd be
out.
the whole population, wouldn't it?
Well, there was only 800 in the town, so I don't know where the 2,000 people came from to it, but they came.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm going to take the really best of the best of Australia's pick here and go rural, going up country with some expos, getting started. The first one's in March. And, yeah, I'm doing a little lifestyle and wellbeing market in Ballarat once a month too, where we'll have similar things happening. But it's been really exciting. What a journey is all I can say, you know. Once you're following the path of where spirit takes you, you just never know, do you? It's always exciting.
Amazing. Absolutely.
You get to meet brilliant people, lovely people, you know, and here we are reconnected again after 3 years.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah. So what else have you got to share about your journey besides the work you've been doing with your platform DEMS? Is there anything else that you'd like to share and talk about?
I've been doing a lot of workshops, which I hold at we've got a beautiful little market down in Bulla, the Bohemian Market. It's on once a month, so that starts back up in February.
Yeah.
And within that, I do a lot of women's empowerment workshops. So because I'm trained with Louise Hay to facilitate her workshops, I incorporate that into the workshops that I deliver there, and I love that. I love empowering people to follow their path. And I find that even with my readings, I have that influence of, it's like, Louise Hay and, a little bit of coaching and things. And I think it's so important that we realise that, we have the option to live a life on purpose, and we don't have to just put up with, not being happy.
That's exactly right. I totally agree with that. And I often find a lot of time when people come to me for readings, I don't ask questions to begin with. I just go into what I do. I never know what I'm going to do until I'm doing it. But I actually went and got a diploma in counselling because I found a lot of the time I was there helping people after I got a few of the trigger points. I'd hit them, bammo, I'd have people breaking down and needing support or needing guidance. And so it sort of all marries together for me. So it's similar to what you're doing, isn't it? With your empowerment workshops and things like that. Look out. We need to.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
and I think that's the thing. There's so much more than just a reading. Like a reading is that guidance. And I think if especially, and I say in this industry to people, we all resonate with certain people. And that's where, there's so many psychics and mediums out there to help everybody. And, people these days, I think, are more awake to be able to actually say, I resonate with that person. And that's what I find when I do my readings, that I get that follow on with my workshops. And, I suppose it's like we build our tribe. And
we absolutely do. We build it, we find it.
Exactly. We drag it along sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah. But that's all what the journey is, so long as it's all fun and lots of healing and happiness and spreading the love is what it's really all about, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we've got a caller on the line. It's Rena from Arizona. How are you?
Yes, good evening. Thank you so very much for taking me on this evening.
You're most welcome. Now,
Yes,
how's your day been over there for you guys?
I'm sorry, Michelle, I didn't get that.
How has your day been?
Oh, it's doing wonderful here. It's wonderful. There's no snow out here. Is that what you're referring to? I didn't quite get the end of it.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's not snowing where you are.
No, we're in Arizona. Our temperatures today, I was actually outside in my shorts raking up the leaves in the back garden.
Yeah, it's really hot where I am too. And Tanya, you're up in a different part of Victoria to me, aren't you? You're up in where is it? The Sunny Valley.
We're in the Great Dividing Range, so it's slightly different temperature to Melbourne. We probably only vary about 3 degrees. So pretty close.
Oh, that's right, Tanya. Yeah. Michelle, where are you from? Are you overseas?
No, I'm in Ballarat, Victoria. I'm in Australia too. Tanya and I are in Australia.
Well, then you don't miss the snows. We don't miss it out here. And the snow's been that dreadful, or in the East Coast, everywhere. It's been unbearable.
Yeah, we've heard about it, yeah. So have you rang in with a particular question today? I'm going to hand you over to Tanya now and let Tanya give you a quick reading for today.
All right, Tanya, I appreciate that so very much. What
No
it is,
worries.
Tanya, I've had a bit of a situation. I have two brothers, both living in America. One's in Irvine in California, and the other one's in Chattanooga in Nashville. And the eldest brother, him and I somehow fell out just through some family issues and quarrels 5 years ago. Lo and behold, I haven't been keeping in touch with him because we decided to go our own ways, right? And, of course, I left California 2 years ago and we resettled here in Arizona. And just by sheer chance on Facebook, I don't know what it was, there was a notification for a rest in peace, which is my sister-in-law had passed away. And I was that furious, I called my younger brother. I said, why don't you call me? I'm the only sister. Why haven't you called me? He says, well, he didn't want me to know about his wife who died last year in November. Well, we haven't spoken for 5 years, the eldest brother. I love him dearly. I would like to speak with him again and be on a good wavelength with him. And it's just that animosity. He's wanting things from me that I need to resolve before we can talk again. And I said, but I wasn't to blame for all this nonsense. And now I've got both brothers not talking to me because I chewed out the youngest one for not letting me know about my sister-in-law, whom I've known for many years, that she passed away with lung cancer. So my question is, honest to goodness, I'm hurting so badly. I would like to have a reconciliation with the eldest one.
Sorry?
I'm just saying that I would really like to have a reconciliation with the eldest brother. His name is Dan. He was born in February. So that is my question, Tanya.
So, but is your mother still around? Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
No, Mum and Dad passed away many years ago. She died of a brain hemorrhage, and my dad died of a heart problem. Yep. So there's just myself and two brothers.
Because I just feel there's a lady around you, that's all. I just wanted to confirm that. There's a little bit of a clash there's a little bit of similarity, and I feel that's a little bit with you and the eldest brother. I feel like she's showing me that very strong-willed.
Oh, yes.
Him more so than the younger one with you. Does that make sense?
Yes, for the past years, the younger one had the same problem. His wife was diagnosed with cancer in the pancreas, and I flew out from California to go and watch her because she's going through cancer treatment. And so I was kind of very close with him until this thing happened with the eldest brother in January, that I came across the death of my other sister-in-law, you know. So, but he's not talking to me because I chewed him out. I said to him, you know, that's a disgrace. Why wouldn't you tell me?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a perfect opportunity to have reconnected with you.
But I know when I spoke with my brother, I called and called and called. He finally picked up in California, and I said to him, first of all, I'm deeply hurt, and I'm so sorry to hear about Diane's passing. And he says, well, it happened, it happened. I says, why didn't you let me know? He says, Rena, you and I haven't spoken for 5 years. He says, I don't think I have a sister. And, that hurt me. And I was praying to my mom and dad to please help out with us to change his mind. But no, so we were silent for 5 years until I had to call him this year. And he's the one that I'm concerned about. I think I can work around the youngest one, who was born in October. So he's a Libra. But I think I can work around him okay and soften him up again, you know. But I think he'll do that only when the eldest brother has said, yes, well, I've had a call from Rena from Arizona, and we're talking, and we're okay now, we're going to move on, you know. And that's all I want. I want us to move on. We're not getting any younger. I'm 73. My eldest brother is 75. The youngest one is 69. So, you know, I really would like to be in the life of my two brothers again.
Yeah,
I feel that what I'm listening to what's happening and everything here, and the angels are saying to me, Michelle, say a little prayer, bring in a prayer to ask the angels to help all of this energy that's around you guys to settle, but start to bring in some healing energy. So I'm just asking the angels, I'm calling upon all your loved ones in spirit and the angels to bring in love, light and healing amongst you all as a family, to reunite you all and to bring you close together again and allow each of you to talk to each other in loving ways and bring about a resolution that will heal and bring you closer together again. Is what I was hearing.
Yes, that's all I want. You know that I've been saying affirmations now for I don't know how long. Can I repeat that affirmation to you because I know it off by heart?
Yes, do it.
Okay. Dan is the eldest brother. And what the affirmation I have is Dan's dreams automatically adjust and correct all in conformity with my rational definition of brotherly love, communications, and complete forgiveness. And then I end off saying all, A-L-L, else turns to nothing, or else turns to nothing. And that's the affirmation I have for both brothers, and I say that daily. I have not missed a day.
That's beautiful. Have you got a photo of you all together when you were happy? A happy photo?
Oh, gosh, yes. We were a terrific group because I was the only sister, and we helped the youngest one immigrate overseas to come to the U.S., and his wife and the youngest brother's wife and the 4 daughters, I got them settled in. I was in a situation where I actually hired the girls to work for me in the company, got them their first job. So we all got on extremely well as a family, and constant singing and karaoke, and it was wonderful. And then all this suddenly all came to light with arguments between our children and their children, you know? Excuse me.
The children are all adults and they're making up their own minds what they're going to argue about or talk about or discuss. So the reason I was asking about the picture of you guys as a family being happy and smiling is I'm also hearing from the angels to talk about there's a really powerful full moon coming up. It's a super moon. At that time, light a candle with the picture of you all together and sit there and feel the love and light a candle that's lighting that love energy again, that's bringing that around you all again, okay? And do a lot of energy work like that to light love around you all and to bring light in and around you all again, to bring you closer together, because I am picking up that this is very hard for you. You're very sad that you can't all talk properly, and that when you do try, you end up, it gets out of hand on you, and you can't keep it on a love energy. So it's about focusing on that on an outer layer. It's like planting a seed so that it can be planted and then germinate and grow again. Okay, it's about
that's what it is, Tanya. I just want us to not look back anymore. Let's just pick up from here and go on, you know, and enjoy the rest of our lives, because who knows what's going to happen thereafter, you know. And I really miss them. I really do. I mean, I would give anything to be back with my eldest brother and just help him and guide him, you know. And I can drive through from Arizona to California. It takes 6 hours for a car drive, but I can get there and help him out. And I even offered to do that, and he said, well, I don't think it's a good idea. So I got hurt with him not accepting my offer. So, you know, he seems to be very stubborn, but I think it's been going on too long. And I need for him to
I actually see you making
I've asked my mom
connection.
to step in, my mother.
I actually see you actually going to physically see him. Things are going to shift. You know, like it's easy to say on the phone, keep the distance, but it's like you need to see him.
I do,
Yeah.
Tanya.
Yeah.
I just need
And
to see
I
him,
would
maybe we
also
can talk
work
it
on
out or
forgiveness.
something,
Like
But
sorry, I hope I'm not talking over you. You're fading out a little bit.
Yeah, I heard that too. That's why I couldn't quite catch it. I'm sorry, ladies.
That's okay. The forgiveness element. So that's something that, sometimes when we work on forgiveness around even ourselves, that creates that forgiveness to spread to everybody else as well. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we hang on to things and we don't forgive ourselves, and energetically that, can, more or less on a subconscious level can just put it out there to not bring that back into you. But I just feel for you the softening a little bit, and that forgiveness is going to be something that you can work on to rebuild that again. But I do feel that seeing you in person, and this will happen, is going to swap things around. He won't have that, he won't sort of have that wall up once he sees you. Can I also say, is there a new baby coming around for you? Not for you, but in the family?
Excuse me, I'm 73. I hope it's not my baby. Gosh, I'm going to kill this bugger I live beside if that is the case.
Not for you, but like one of the children.
Yes, we have 6 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren, so I don't know who that could be.
Yeah, well, I think this is a great-grandchildren.
There's only 3 left with no children, so...
So let me know, but I see there's another one coming. I feel it's a great-grandchild.
Oh, my word, is that so? Well, I wonder who, because the 2 other youngest grandchildren have just graduated with their master's degree.
Yep.
And, well, it could be them. Well, thank you. What else?
Please let us know. Yeah, so it's just I was shown a baby, so it's a baby coming through for you.
A little baby girl or a boy? You don't know.
I feel girl. I feel like it's a definite feminine energy. And so out of the 2 that's graduated, is one going on to, like, there's somebody that's actually going to make their mark in what they're doing. And I almost feel like, like if I'm not of a study background, but it's like they've done really well in what they've studied, and they're going to take the next step to almost do it.
He has done so well, the young man that she's dating. And
we're going to have to leave it here, guys. We're running out of time.
Sorry, Michelle.
No, that's okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rena, for calling in. But just before we finish, Tonya, have you got an exciting announcement you'd like to make?
Me? Oh, yes. Yes, I will be running my own show. I'm very excited. Connie sent me through a invitation, which I feel very honoured to have to be given. So I will be doing a weekly show here on the Psychic Radios. I'm very excited.